because I know that if I tried to speak off the cuff at a moment like this, I wouldn't be able to keep my emotions in check and be even slightly coherent. John, I also want to say at this point, I probably won't be looking at you throughout your press. I think I speak for both John and myself when I say that we cannot be prouder or more honoured to have shared the stage with this group of actors. And to have shared... shared this theatre with this impossibly hard-working, unbelievably caring crew. I had forgotten what a strangely intimate place a theatre is to work, especially over such a long run. The time around a show is filled with fleeting interactions. You'll be handing envelopes over to somebody for 2 seconds and saying hello, then you catch up with someone you haven't seen properly that day before you make an entrance together, and then, in my case, you're being given a pop quiz by the house electrician as you sprint onto the stage. And even though some of those moments and hundreds of others like them last for less than 5 seconds, over the course of 345, I think, performances, they add up, and you end up getting to know those people. If not always a lot, then at least a little. You end up relying on each other subconsciously for energy and enthusiasm and sometimes support. That is what a company is. And I leave this show tonight terrified that I may never find another like it, but overjoyed by the fact that I've had this amazing experience, and I am satisfied, though John knows that's a word that I can't use, that I gave it my all every time, and that I hope gave back to the company what they gave me. I have to say a few quick thank yous. Radcliffe and Radcliffe are the names up in lights above the building for a couple of more hours. But it should really read Mar, Sclafani and Gutierrez. That is Joe, Sal and Michelle, our house carpenter, house prop master and house electrician. Michelle, the baby of the group, has only been here 6 years, Sal for around 19 and Joe for, I believe, over 30. They set the tone for the whole building and so are responsible for the amazing atmosphere in this place. Wonderful band and our conductor and music director David Chase, who is there's really not that much I can say about David except that he's like a genius, and you know, what's your degree in again, David? Biology from where? It's from somewhere very, very good. And he still finds time to do this for a living. It has been a thrill starting the show in the pit every night and hearing you all so close. I would like to thank Sandy Binion, who dressed me, and Katie Beatty, who had the unenviable task of trying to keep my hair from going mental. Both are remarkable women who I am lucky to know. Thank you to Craig Zayden and Neil Merrin, our producers, and Rob Ashford, our director. For giving me this opportunity, and hence one of the most amazing years of my life. And thank you also for having more faith in me than I ever had in myself. And thank you to this group of actors. You are all brilliant and talented and funny, and I will miss doing the show with all of you every night. Thank you for your work, your energy, and your humour. Thank you to Spasse, who has done someone you know from. And along the way, he has managed to learn all the lines to the whole entire show. Thank you to Spencer Solomon, who taught me to dance. And the only 2 people from the cast that I have to single out are John and Rose. John, the other night you called me your BFF on stage. And I hope that is true. Who knew that such 2 similar people could grow up in the French Quarter of New Orleans, as I've learned to say it, and Fulham, southwest London, 40 years apart. I've said it before and I'll say it again. You are an anarchist, a lunatic and a sage. You are like a funny, angry version of Buddha. And very, very fortunate to call you a friend. And Rose, who I definitely can't look at, you're one of the funniest people I've ever met. You are warm and kind and brilliant, and getting to know you and your ridiculously awesome husband Jeff has been one of the joys of this year. Thank you for your friendship. And by the way, if anybody feels bad for our respective partners that we kiss on stage for about 30 seconds each show, don't worry, because my girlfriend at home and her husband go to the movies together. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for being a wonderful audience for our last show. I knew you would be. I typed it, and you were.